levels. Application windows, application status. Okay, good. Cool. All right, everyone. Levels, 15 minutes before market open. Happy Friday, by the way. Hope everyone is having a good session, good weekend, start to your weekend. So please get your levels set up. I think first things first, I would think everyone is read through. So Econo Day today, I don't think there's any yeah. Okay, what's the right? Let's see. So today's Friday, July 10th. There's no market data, so it's just the usual stuff. So what we didn't do then is just go to our key levels, go to our tickets that we trade, right? Okay, so I'm going to cover this first. Previous day high, previous day low, previous day close. I've left some lines here from the past. I haven't cleaned them up, but this is from, last time we were trading. I don't think market is going to dive all the way down here. It's too far. I don't think that's happening. I'm just going to delete this. I marked this 750 as a key area for us to break yesterday. We did rally to the upside. So you can see price has just been ranging in that area, right? To try to rally to the upside. Why do I think it's going to rally to the upside? Well, when I was looking at market structure, there is a pool. I'm just going to just show you, right? So this is just options indicators. So at the money is at 750, right? We have a lot of gamma pool to the upside. This is more technical stuff. So we'll talk about that as time goes, right? So I think market is looking to, where possible, looking to claim 755. I think today we could claim 755 unless we have any, geopolitical or economic indicator. But I would think that market will want to try to claim this area. That's for SPY, okay? In correlation, we can look at futures. It's the same thing. So market is looking to claim. So 755 is 7,600 on ES futures. So I could put a key line there. Let me just do that. Give me a second. Let's just do the key magnet level for ES. Okay. So I think price is looking to clear there. What is that? 7,600. I'll put an alert. So let's see if we claim 7,600 today. The current price is at 7,591, 7,595, and then so it's about 10 points away. Okay, we're about 10 points away. So I think that. But let's see if that's possible today. We don't know. We're just going to wait for market to open. One of the reasons why we don't know is because there's no market data today. There's no economic data today. So market is going to be driven. So see, Friday, there's no economic data. So market is going to be driven largely by price action. Okay? It's going to be driven largely by price action. So could you guys go ahead and mark your levels? Now, I've shared this before, but I've said to you, if you wanted to mark your tickers, if you want to mark your tickers for SPY before, so let's say we wanted to mark our key levels before market opens, you can get that information from TradingView. All you need to do is look at the bottom right here. In this bottom right, if it doesn't show like this, click on these three buttons here, these three dot settings, right? And then I pretty much tick everything. I got everything ticked, okay? What that means is uncheck price range. So price ranges is the most important one when you put in your key levels. So before market opens, so when it says market is closed, right? Before market opens, you're going to see previous day low here, previous day high here. When market is open, so for example, when futures is open, this range will be showing you the current low of day and the current high of day. So if you look at low of day is 7568.50. That's where my low of day level is. High of day, 7595.50. 7595.50. But if you look at SPY, because market isn't open, so market opens in 7 minutes, you can see that it's showing previous day low, 745.59, which is here, 745.59. Previous day high, 751.97. 751.97, the green line there. And then previous day close, 751.71, which is this one. But once market open, that changes to live data, okay? So always a good idea to mark your levels before market starts, okay? So this is SPY. I have a bunch of other lines here. You can ignore them. Let me just delete those lines. I don't need them. That was a magnet area before, but I don't need those. Okay, I think we're clear. So, and then pre-market high is there. Now, pre-market high, I've told you guys, you can use this indicator called level. Once you click on it, even if I switch off the lines, if I hide the drawings, you will see it's showing you pre-market high and pre-market low. Admin can talk you through how to get this set up. So you don't need to wake up every morning and be worried. You can just leave that there. If price goes up, it would update. So for example, IGV has been rallying to the upside. Because you can see, IGV has pushed up to 9495, but the last time I updated my IGV key levels, you can see at the time, pre-market high was 9493. So price came down and gone up. This line continues to move up if it pushes it up until 930. Once it gets to 930, that line stops moving. So all I do before market opens, maybe 5 or 10 minutes before, I don't need to draw the lines. I just move that to that area. 945 can do that. 94595. So the line is there. So this indicator we talked about, this level indicator, allows you to set key levels. We've talked through this before. So admin is able to advise you on how to get that done. We have a video for that, okay? So SPY key level is set. Pre-market high is 752.30. Pre-market low is 749.64. I can switch on that indicator so you can see it's matching exactly where my levels are. Okay. IWM, same thing. Pre-market high 298.30, pre-market low 296.39. And then obviously we have previous day high, which is 279.88, bottom right. Previous day low 294.90, bottom right, but left side. And then we have previous day close, which is 297.24. So mark your levels. QQQ is the same thing. I'm already marked this earlier, right? I've got my level, previous day high, previous day low, previous day close. Gold, GLD, gold index. I think gold index has dropped a little bit. So gold is selling off. So you can see my level was 375.72, but it's now gone to 375.68. So I'll just update that, 375.68. It stayed there. Market is opening in 3 minutes. Price is selling off. If you noticed, I posted in the community that we should be watching. If you're going to trade gold futures, watch that key level. Did you guys see when I posted that? I did post that in the community to say that this is worth watching. Did you guys see that? In the WhatsApp community, did you see that? Please answer so I know everyone can still hear me.
Yes,
Did you see the trade
yes,
idea?
yes, we did.
So if you were going to trade gold, look, it's breaking. Trade gold minis. And then maybe here's the first price. I think I'll say here will be the first profit target area. There. Price is going to come. I think gold is selling off this morning or this afternoon ahead of market open. So gold is selling off. So if you're going to trade futures, you can trade futures. If you took gold puts, GLD puts before market closed yesterday, because market would have closed around there, it's sold off. It's already down 3 points, which is about 42 points for futures. Look at that, it's going down. So if you're trading futures, you can trade gold. We're selling off at the moment. Make sure you're catching your entry level correctly, okay? Don't just jump. make sure you're catching your entry level. So this is 15 minutes. I would say wait for the next, because market is opening in 2 minutes. You can't, I would say wait until market opens, because when market opens, we might see a push to the upside. So it's best to wait, because if you didn't get into the trade before now, so just pause. No need to take it, because 9:30 a.m., which is 2:30 p.m. our side, is a critical time, right? That's when market opens. So you don't want to get caught up in any pullback. So we just need to wait to see what the next 15 minutes candle does, and then we can move. But obviously, the low of day has moved from there to here. So current low of day now is 4094. Just going to update it. It just sits there. Let's just leave it there. And then maybe take this one off, because now that low of day is close. So let's just wait for the next 15 minutes. If it breaks there, which I think it should do, it will probably flush to the downside the previous day low. So if you want to trade futures, I would say trade gold minis. Don't trade gold micros. It's super volatile, very volatile. So let's wait. Anyway, that's it there. Russell 2000 is just accelerated to the upside. So this futures is what tracks obviously IWM, right? So IWM and these guys are more or less the same. I'll show you here. Russell 2000, sorry, Russell 2000 here, IWM here. You can see like for like. The structure is pretty much the same. Change that to 1 minute. See? Go up, down, and it's recovering. Up, down, and it's recovering. Same thing. So typically, if you want to trade IWM, if you trade IWM, it's a good idea to keep an eye on Russell 2000 futures as well, just so you know what's going on. Anyway, market is open. So I hope everyone has marked your levels. So let's see what the market does. Now, we know that typically we try to wait to see what market does in the first 15 minutes to get an idea. Already, we can see what market looks like from futures perspective. Prices ranging between previous day close and previous day high / current high of day. So price is already jumping to the upside. This will be the same thing for SPY as well. So look, we got a break. So SPY is already broken to the upside. Insane levels of rally. Look at that. SPY is already broken. But we like to wait. Let's just wait and see what the market does. This could just be they're just fulfilling some of the orders, the last orders of the day before market closed. So let's just wait and see. So we already have a high of day now. So can you see now that as market has opened, trading view has changed from previous day high, previous day low, and previous day close to low of day and high of day. So typically what we can do now is we can see that we just wait. This is the first minute. Let's just see what market is doing. Just getting some structure in place, yeah? Let's see. Okay, looks like it's a strong one. We're getting an early push to the upside. Let's just wait and see what that does. We don't want to rush into the market. Let's just wait for these guys to clear out this initial trade. Anyway, any questions so far while we're waiting? Any questions? Looks like everyone is an expert on this call today. Nice. Everyone wants to make money, eh? Let's just wait. Let's just see what happens. I think the market might take that level that we're watching a bit quicker now. I think the market might just take it. Yeah, because it looks like the market is prepping for the upside. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, look at it run this morning. Wow. Okay, we're just waiting for market to get some decent structure. Am I expecting a pullback? There we go. So that's what we'll wait for. Tend to wait for that to happen. So now that it's going, we're getting that pullback. We can then do high of day now, right? So high of day is what? What's high of day, guys? Guys, what's high of day?
75285.
Thank you very much. So now that's going to be our level to watch for a break to the upside for calls. Okay, let's just see. Brilliant. Thank you, guys. I like that everyone's following. Same thing on futures. You can see, same thing. And that candle. Can you see our key level, 7,600, is blown past it for a bit. So what we're going to do is then look and say for SPY, we can see now market is just taking a decent structure. We can be very lean. We can be very thin here. We can say calls above high of day, puts below. Before I could even say anything, it's already gone. So yeah, but it's going to push to the upside. So we can do call. Let's set our key levels then. Let's see if there's an opportunity for us to get some decent trade. I think price wants to shoot to the upside, but I think it's just offloading the first set of. Okay. So we can see market is taking its shape now, right? So we can see market is taking the shape we want. Right. Okay. So let's see what the market says. We could say for SPY, you can say calls above high of day. Is there anyone in the trade? Jesus. Did anyone take the trade? It's flying. Before I could write. Jeez. Okay. Call spam trade idea. Calls above high of day. Puts below pre-market high. That's going to be low prob. Okay. Towards then I'll just say below BDC is high prob. Okay. There you go. I've posted that in our community. Obviously, it says flying. We need to wait for candle to break above it. Key area, I think, is 7,555. I think that's where we should watch as today's key magnet level. Right. We can view that using our. See, we can see. Look at that. Literally, it's sitting there. There's some sellers that are sitting on this corner. So these sellers are just pulling it back, but there are tons of buyers just waiting to push this up. So this is a key area. So let's see if price can clear this place for us. Yeah. If they can, then we get an opportunity to climb to the upside. All right, IWM. Ooh, sorry guys, I didn't even get a chance. All right, so here's our puts opportunity for IWM. Okay, so everyone pay attention. We missed this move because I don't know if for you guys that were watching, we should have got in. The first opportunity to get in would have been a break below here to the downside. Next move would be here if it happens, okay? So let me post this in the community. I keep forgetting IWM people to get it in time. And the IWM trade idea. calls above, will be above PDC, puts below PML. Look out for retests. Okay, posted. So we're going to push the downside. QQQ has already retested. Retested that upside there, QQQ. So let's see. I'm using this area as a key level for QQQ because of all of this. Price came here, touched this place, came back, touched here. So I'll say this area looks important for QQQ, right? Can you guys see? Looks like this area like this, looks important because price went there, came back down, entered there, came back. Now it's bouncing there. So we could use there as a key level. I'll do it 40. I like to do round numbers. So 4, and then we can do here as the first profit target because then do 15. Because we can see prices bouncing there. So keep an eye out. So that's QQQ. For those that want to trade QQQ, I'm just going to post it there. Trade idea. Oh, as you can see, it's moving way faster than I can. This is why I want you guys to know how to trade. I want to look out for puts below 721, right? 40. It's already happened, right? It was 720.15, and then break was pre-market low. That's puts both cost above PDC towards PDH. That's it. That's QQQ there. Is anyone in this trade? SPY's already bounced back. Look at that. Yeah, PDC. So on our SPY call, puts below PMH. PDC is high prob. So
I'm on SPY call, but it's gone
you were in
down
SPY
now.
calls?
Yeah.
Why were you in SPY calls? The candle didn't break. No candle broke.
You were asking, is anybody in this trade when you said if it breaks to the upside?
Yeah, but broke what? What were we watching? Because
the eye of day.
Yeah, but it did break. Look. There's no candle above it. Look, all of the candle is still touching the body. What month did you? So this is super important. What's the expiry date?
Monday.
Okay, let's see. 15 minutes. Okay, still have a 15 minutes candle in that zone. All right, so I might get a pullback. So when you want to enter a trade, this is super important. Everyone needs to remember. Okay, we talk about this all the time. When you're watching to take a trade, you need to wait for a candle to open above the Q level that you're watching for calls or below. So if you are always in this call, you're going to remember we always do this. For calls, the candle has to open here where no part of the body is touching that line. Okay? Like that. If you look at this trade, look, we had the call, it didn't break. So that wouldn't be calls. Now for puts, as we're watching, PDC is our key level for puts, right? We need a candle to open here without touching, without touching the candle. Because when you're touching the candle, there's a probability that you could bounce back up and all that stuff. We need clarity because traders are watching those key levels. They're placing their trades in those key levels. So this trade, pre-market high, which was the first put, I would always say is low probability. Why? Because you can see once it's entered the zone, because previous day high is so close to it, buyers could sit here. But if you look, once we clear previous day close to the downside, there's little to no incentive for buyers. I mean, we can then move towards this area. We can come here. This is one area to look up for. This is maybe another area to look up for because prices were dancing in those areas. But ultimately, that's how we trade. But to take a trade, we need a candle to not touch it. So for example, if you took the low probability trade for pre-market high, which candle would you take? Which candle would you enter? This one or this one? Which candle would you take? This one or this one? If you did, which is the candle to take here? Because if you look at
the green one.
Yes, because that green one isn't touching. And you can see, because the green one isn't touching that area, this red one is pushing. Even though it's a low probability, If you had entered here, you just wait. Once you get that push to the downside and red, you exit the trade. But here is low probability anyway. That's why I don't like to trade here. For me, I wouldn't trade this range. So somebody was asking yesterday, why don't you trade the range? This is why I don't trade the range, because it's so close. It feels choppy to me. You will feel like price would do a lot of reactions there. I like clear headrooms, like clear space, because here, let's see, indicator, let's use the number one that we do, which is volume. You see, we're inside that value area. Look at the amount of blue, which is buy orders versus sell orders. You can see now it's reversing, right? So if you had entered there, all of this is the risk you're facing. That's why I don't like us to take trades when key levels are a bit closer. I like us to take trades when key levels are a bit far away, because it gives us like a clear room to the upside. Okay? I think price will come down. Look, there's a lot of buyers sitting down here. Looks like price is about to, they will push at some point. If there's enough sellers to come, they will come down to fill these orders here. These orders. Sorry. Look, they've set a buy order here. All of these are buyers. So price will need to push to the downside to fill these orders. So which is sitting literally, the orders is filled from here, from value area low, all the way down to pre-market low. Buyers have set their orders here. But let's see if sellers come in here to get it done. If they don't, these buyers might be enough to push price to the upside. Okay? So that's what we're looking for today. Who's in a different trade? Who took this trade? Did anyone take the IWM trade? IWM gang, did you take the trade for IWM? No. No, I don't think anyone did. Maybe they're not saying. 295.63. I haven't forgotten about our futures traders, by the way, but futures, we can trade futures using this anyway. So if I'm talking about SPY, we can trade futures because it looks the same. See, it's clustered in that area. They're all the same. We had a pullback to the downside. We had a pullback on SPY to the downside. They're all the same. So when I'm talking about SPY, you can apply it to futures as well. Okay? But as everyone is training for futures, I would like everyone to trade the minis, okay? Just stick to the minis. All right. Any questions?
I have a question. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, before you ask, I think, sorry, who was in the SPY calls?
It's Yinka.
Okay, hi, Yinka. Keep an eye out, okay? We're just getting that pullback. Keep an eye out.
All right. Thank you.
I could see
I'm
that.
also in the SPY calls.
Are you in the SPY calls? Okay, 15 minutes. We're
Yes.
gonna have a green candle. Keep an eye out because we're coming up to 10 o'clock. Right? Here is there's a band here. So let's see if we can clear it. Okay. So keep an eye on your call. Once you get credit profit, just take it out and get out of the trade. Then let's wait for cleaner entry. Okay, want a cleaner entry. Olive, go on. What's your question?
Okay, the IWM, I did not take the put because you said I should watch out for a retest. I think that is what is happening right now, isn't
okay.
it?
Yeah, that's it. That's okay.
Okay, so if there is a
But this was the
reversal,
first this was the retest though. This was the retest. This was the first retest. Yeah, but if you miss
oh,
it,
that
that's
is the
fine.
retest.
Yeah, see, red, up, and then break. And then you will take it on this candle or this candle, but it's fine. It's now going back to test it. If it doesn't come back, that's fine. If it continues to the upside, you can take calls to the upside, okay? But if it comes back down, then you can take your puts down to low of day. But as you can see, these orders are being filled, okay? So that's what it is.
Okay.
Good. All right, for you guys that are in that trade, keep an eye out. I think we might get a push to the upside. If you're in calls, it will just approach in high of day. I might need to move. Obviously, we have a new high of day, so I'll just do X new high of day 753.21. And then this would be previous high of day would be here. It's here, right? Yeah. So that's previous high of day. I like to tab both places. There we go. So this is the area you entered. So if we if we clear it back, then watch for your profit move from when it enters here to go to retest high of day. But we need these buyers to activate. But I think most of these guys are just waiting for 10 o'clock, to be honest. It just seems like that. Just seems like they're waiting for 10 o'clock, 7604, 5. But I think we're going to rally to the upside. There we go. Keep an eye on your trade. Just going to push to test it. All right. It should be in profit now, right? It should be green now, right? Your trade should be green now, right? Yinka and everyone else in calls. You should be seeing green in and out, in and out. So price wants to just about test high of day. You can see they're pushing. There you go. It's trying to test high of day. We need one more push to the upside, and then we should get high of day. And then we can take calls above high of day.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. This is our key area for today. If you're going to take calls, today's Friday, so know that you have 2 days that you're not trading. So take calls that are going to expire maybe end of next week or the week after, right? Super important to get the week after, I think. Personally, I would take, because it's Friday today, I would take calls that expire in 2 weeks because I don't want the Friday nonsense because there's going to be weekly options expiring today, right? So we want to make sure that we're capturing that. But yeah, so keep an eye on your trade. I think your price target would be current high of day. Once we clear it, just take out your trade. But as you can see, there are tons of sellers. They're not on the ticker. They're not on the tape. Yeah, they're just hiding here. Once price come, they sell. One price come and sell. They're just refreshing their orders. But you can see, you can't see them on the tape. Yeah, because it's all green here. So they're just hiding here, but they're here. Why are they here? Because they know that here is a key level, right? Here was the first high of day yesterday. So they just placed all their orders around here to sell when price comes down. That's what's happening. So interesting day to see. Let's just see what drives the market. Okay. All right. I'm going to try and talk a bit about futures. So futures has to open above our key magnet level, right? This is our current high of day here, 60450. Just want to clear that. Just waiting for price to push above it to clear it. I think if price clears this, then we can rally to the upside. I need to see where the next area of interest is. All right, so here, which is where my candle is. So 625. If we clear high of day 604, we could test 625 area. After we break 625, next key area is the all-time high. So we could get all-time high today if, all-time high is 50 points away. So 648. Price is 6,800 now, or 7,600. So 50 points away, so we could get it, but let's see. All right, any questions? See, those are the sellers that are blocking the orders. These guys. See, if you look, and you see that red there, this red. That's what's happening. So when price touches there, it comes down, it touches, it comes. So we need these buyers here to sell, to clear this order, because this is the order that is pushing price down. When it came up, when it got here, pushed it down. It's come back again, it's pushed it down. It's trying again to push. If it clears this order, we break to the upside. So keep an eye on your trade. It looks like this is probably the time we're going to get it. So keep an eye on your trade, okay? 14. Just need that order to clear there. This is huge orders. See, keeps pushing it down. I think we would look the same thing as SPY anyway. There you go. That's the order that is pushing these guys. See, they've got buy orders sitting just underneath high of day. So if they clear this order, these sellers here, these guys will pull you to the upside. And there you go. We're getting. You should be in profit now. Take your profit, okay? Make sure you don't get caught. Are you guys in profit? No one likes to answer me when I ask. Huh? Yinka and Co, are you guys thinking?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
What is this showing? What is it showing? What is it showing?
-6.
Okay.
Mine is -6 too.
Okay, good. Okay, so $6.
Sorry, I can't talk because I'm in the office.
No worries, that's fine. Understood. I just want to make sure that you can type if you can as well, so we know that everyone's following us. I want to make sure everyone's getting their money out. Let's see, what is that? Let's see, Apple, what's this item? These guys are just literally just refreshing their orders. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. When price come, a refresh. Price come, the refresh. So if they have 1,000 orders, price come, they sell 10, then they sell 10, then they sell 10, and they're just doing this. That's what's happening here. Here. There's no big order where, they're just holding a line. They're just small, they sell, small, they sell, small, they sell. Look at that. 505 times 102. These are the guys that are blocking your sale. So you can see them. They're just refreshing their orders there. But I think around 10, we might get some big push to the upside, hopefully, because there's a magnet in here. So even if it falls down here, these guys will catch it. If it breaks here, these guys will try to catch it. If it breaks to the downside, these guys might catch it. So there's a guy here, previous day high. See? They've offloaded. That's why you're struggling to break that place, this order. Insane. Really insane. Oh, jeez. Anyway, any questions? So I can answer questions while waiting to get price action. IWM, let me check. IWM. So we had that, it's coming back to retest. So we had a rally to the upside, now it's coming back down. So for those of you that would want to trade IWM, you need to wait for price to break below. You need a clean red candle, not touching pre-market low, to take you to the downside. Okay? It will break here, break here, break here. So if you want to trade IWM, keep an eye out on this. We want a clean break below pre-market low. Every time you want to trade, you need to just wait for the candle, right? So again, trading is about probabilities, right? We want to make sure that we're catching the right probabilities. So when price breaks below the candle, there is a higher probability, okay? These guys are just refusing to let that price break to the upside. So let's see if the next time it comes, if it will break. So it's come one, pull back down. Comes again, it's pull back down. Let's see if the third time if it will break it. And time is with 4 minutes to the top of the hour. So maybe after 10, we might see that pressure push us to break above it. So let's just keep an eye out on what market is doing. Okay. So a lot of waiting in trading, a lot of waiting. Gotta keep we gotta be patient. All right, we're going again, third time. Let's see. These guys here are loading their orders. These guys here, they're loading their orders. I believe this. So third time, let's see if we break it. We need to deplete this here. If we get this depleted, there we go, almost there. I can see on SPY. So SPY is on the right on my screen, and futures on my left on my screen. So that's the key level we need to break for the rally to the upside. Okay.
Charles, is it safe to take put on IWM? No.
Let's see. Yeah, this is strong, but I'd like to see the new candle. 13 seconds, right? 12 seconds, 10. Let's see the next candle. If it breaks, again, remember, it needs to open away from it, right? We need a candle to open away from. We need a candle to open below it. The red candle. That one. This is the one to take. This one. All right. See if you can take it. And then this is your stop loss. So this line is your stop loss. If price goes back and breaks here, you exit the trade. Okay. This is the trade you can take it in because it's now open below. Want to check the trade to the downside. If price goes back up to clear, then if a new green candle opens above this line, a green candle open above it, that's your call to exit the trade, because obviously that's now a failed trade. All right, guys, we're about to push. You can see What is your profit saying now? I think we're just about going above previous day high. Okay, you don't need to make, you can exit this trade, keep your money, and then wait for the next clean move which opens above high of day. Okay, because that's our target. 7625 on futures, and then 7555 there. But we don't need to wait for it to go. Once this trade happens, get out, because these guys here, they're killing us. These guys, we need their orders to clear. I think it will clear at 10. We need our orders to clear. There you go. Keep an eye on your profit, okay? Keep an eye out to get some moves. There's some orders to the downside. Here should be a price target, because there's a support here for IWM. And we're just waiting. This is how we trade. So you see the amount of patience that we're applying here. Amount of patience. So if you guys are just in any profit, just take your profit, even if it's $1 or $5, exit the trade. Because as you can see, that area is clustered. There's a lot of sell orders there that are pushing price down. We need price to break above it so that it can pull us up. 59, that's where we are. 59. Okay, it's now 10 o'clock. Let's see, everyone's trying to offload. That place is just ridiculous. IWM gang, how are you guys doing? There you go, IWM. Take your profit. So that's we're approaching the key. Are you out?
I'm just
Check. Look, we're approaching.
okay.
We're approaching. Yeah, this is a profit. We're approaching it. You should be looking at your trade, nothing else. If you're in a trade, that's where your mind should be, right? That's where your focus should be, right? So look, I said to you guys, that candle, boom, boom, boom. Look at that. So we're here. If you're in IWM, you should be looking to take profits. Okay. What is our community? IWM, pre-market low. Look out for retest. There we go. Tell you guys in the community. Hide indicators. I was saying take your profit. Take your profit. We've got that pullback. That there. We're probably going to get another push because this is not strong enough. All right, I think we're coming in. Get ready to take your profit. Take your profits. For those of you that are in SPY calls, take your profits. Take your profits. There you go. Take your profits. That order there is strong. As you guys can see, it's holding it strong. So Yinka and Co, please take your profits, okay?
Sure.
If you just take, because we want a clean break above it first for us to know that that guy's order is gone, because that order is so stubborn. Whoever is staying there, just refreshing and refreshing and refreshing. Whatever you see, just take it. Just take it for now. Just take it. Let's just get, once we need to clear, let's clear that place so we can get out. So all those small, tiny pushes you're getting, just be sure to lock in the profit. Just lock it in. Yeah, those orders are relentless. So we might get them cleared later. IWM gang, how you doing? Profits. So you can see when price went back up, it didn't break above it. So if you didn't take your profit here, you wait. Say price just touches, come back down. It's coming to this area. That's your first profit target. So be sure to take your profit. Please don't get caught in this trade. Take your profit. As you can see, that price is trying to go back up. So there are buyers here trying to push price up, but sellers are coming in and offloading. So once you get that push in profit, take it. Because not every day you're going to get like a huge flush of like 1,000 or 2,000 points or 2,000 pounds, whatever. Just take your profit. Look, you got to get that push to the downside. Take your profit, okay? I hope you guys have managed to, even if it's $1 you made in that call, because you need to exit here, because you can see here is a strong, strong pull. You don't need to sit in that trade. Just get out of that trade. Just get out of that trade. If you're in profit, get out of that trade, because we can't seem to clear here. We're trying, but the market is being stubborn.
Should we get out at a loss too? Because I'm still at a loss.
But when you push for $6, it should go at least, when we're getting that push, you should have got at least $1 or $2, no?
It didn't. No.
It didn't at all? All right, you're gonna get another
Mine
push.
also didn't.
Okay, it's coming again. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. It's coming again. Just keep an eye out on your trend. So if you bought it at 200 and then it's showing that profit is going to be 202, just set your limit sale to 202 and just get out, even if it's break even and stuff, because this area, as you can see, is super strong. Price is trying to break out, but it's not letting it. It's just going up and down. We need price to clear that high of day. Okay, across both indicators. So you can see both SPY and things. Same thing with futures. I'm just waiting for price to clear 606. I'm not moving that. I want price to clear this area, because this order here, this red line, this needs to go. It needs to go. So that's what's happening there. So let's just be careful, make sure that we're not getting caught. Okay. IWM, please take your profit. We're approaching, take your profit. We just touched our profit target of 29590. So take your profit, okay? Close your trade. See, we can't get out of this place. This place is a mess. Look at that. We're trading in range now. That's the range we're trading in. We can't seem to get out of that range. So one of the takeaways from today's classes is you need to remind yourself that for you to take a trade, you want a candle to open above or below your key level. Look at what we did with IWM. Even when we took the candle and it was green here, you can see it just made the move to the downside. Okay, so you have to make sure that you're disciplining yourself. Don't just click buy. You need to wait. Right? More often than not, if you wait, you get a cleaner move. IWM, we've cleared that. You need to take your profit. IWM, look at that. Coming to low of day. Take your profits. Okay. Again, now pull back now, back to previous day high, because he couldn't, because these guys just keep offloading their shares. Let's see in the 15 minutes what it looks like. SPY 15 minutes. Still green, because your Your contract expires on Monday, so it's still grey. Again, I've also mentioned, I know it's kind of difficult, but we need to train ourselves to be taking contracts that are long-term, okay? Take a contracts that are long-term because it gives you an opportunity for your trade to play out, okay? You want your trade to play out, you don't just want to wing it. So let's see, we're going back. Things going to test it.
Child, I'm rebuilding my account, really. I blew over 2.5 in June.
Okay. So that's why, yeah, so good. So this is why we need to make sure that the trades we're taking, we're following the trading like steps. So only take a trade when there's a clear candle below. If you're not confident that it's a clear candle below, wait for price to come back down to touch it and then continue. If that doesn't happen, if you miss the trade, you've missed the trade, it's fine. Don't worry. There's going to be another trade, another time, another
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where this is why trading is 90% psychology, because you need to arrive here while you're waiting. Even me, it happens to me. It happens to me sometimes. I just jump into a
Well,
trade.
I followed the first this thing signal you gave, and it's cleared the pre-market loop.
First,
So, but if you took the first one that cleared pre-market, where's
Not
pre-market?
the first one, the second.
What second one? Because I'm looking at the ticker, calls above high of day. When I posted the high of day was 252.
I'm in a put below PML. I was in a put actually. I've gotten out.
Okay, did you make profit?
No, I did not.
Okay, which puts did you take? For SPY, yes?
Yes, no, IWM.
Okay, so yeah, that's the first one then. This is the first move here, this one. So when did you take it? Because this is the first move below.
Yes,
pre-market
that where
close.
you're at, where your cursor is, that's where I took it.
Where?
I
This
waited for
candle?
the reversal. Yes,
Yeah, but this candle came all the way, came into set low of day.
I was not in profit. I don't know why.
I need to look at it. And what contract did you take? Was it weekly or daily?
No, daily.
Okay. All right. You need to give yourself, we have to try. I know it's hard, but we have to try. So as you can see now, even when we had that push at the upside on the 15 minutes, you can still see that it's still. So if you had like a contract that is expiring in 1 week or 1 month, that pullback that we had, this pullback, right? This one, it's not showing on 15 minutes. You can see it's 3 green candles, strong, red candles. We're clearing low of day now. For those of you that are in that contract, we're clearing low of day now. So you should be well in profit on IWM. We're heading, if price breaks low of day and continues, if we get a clean candle, strong red candle open below there, then previous day low is the next target. So for those of you that are in IWM, right, you should be well in profit. If you ignored my, I keep saying take, because you could take profit here and then go up fine. If you are stubborn, then you can take profit here. Because I want you guys to build the consistency. So now we've come to touch low of day, which was the price target. Let's see. SPY is still struggling in this range. See, it's trading in that range. It needs to get out of this place for us to trade. I don't like this. I'm not trading this range. It's the same thing in futures. You see, is in range. We're not trading up and down, up and down. This is rubbish. We need a clean break to the upside. If they want us to trade the downside, I would prefer to trade a break below previous day high, because previous day high is a key level, down towards previous day close. This magnet to 7,600 is a psychological level because it's 7,600. It's like a round figure. So, but I want to see price clear. I haven't moved the high of there. I mean, I can move it here, so we know that this is the main place to clear. But I like to leave it first. I want to see, because any candle that opens above here will probably take that anyway. So let's see if this can clear out of that place. IWM guys, I think you need to take your profit. I don't know who traded QQQ, but there's nothing to trade here yet. I think it needs to clear previous day high because it's been bouncing in PDC. For gold, we had that push the downside, retest, came down, is now recovered, and then trading in range. IGV, which is the index tracking, tracking software tech. It's just rallied to the downside to test on pre-market low, and then it's now in range between previous day high and pre-market low. I have a really, really long call. I think my call is expiring like end of the month or something like that, or next month for for Nvidia. After look at this huge sell-off at Nvidia, we had that insane sell-off from all-time high from there, sold off all the way down here. Now it's now bouncing back up. Let's see if it recovers this in the next 10, 20 days. Yeah. So that's trade for you. Overall, we are up. I want to see us clear. I want to see us clear high of day before we take trades to the upside. Okay. In the meantime, any questions? Take your profit here, please. Take your profit. We're breaking low of day. Please take your profit.
For IWM, can we re-enter? Because I left that time you were saying we should take our profits.
When do you re-enter? When?
Now I'm asking, can we re-enter since it wants to break a low of day? Low of day.
Yeah, it's breaking low of day. I think there's still space to go down, but we need to see a candle open below first, right? Let's see.
Okay.
I mean, it's all sellers sitting down there. So I'd like to see a candle open there to the downside. I think that's better. 6, 5. But remember, it's had its main move. The buyers trying to come in every now and then. So yeah, this can be puts, but you have to keep an eye out. So that's the candle you take because this candle has opened without touching low of day. Can you see? You might get a push, see? So that's when you enter for puts to the downside. So the next key level is previous day low. If you have a week's contract expiring in 1 week, then what you can do is you can track the trade in like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, a little bit more comfortable. Even if you're looking at 1 minute, you know that the candle is still below your key level. Your stop loss. Stop loss is low of day. This line is low of day. So you're waiting. You want to see price push all the way to the downside. There's red candles coming in above the average volume moving average. That line. These candles are higher. Right? So you know there's prices coming down. So you can hold a contract expiring next week or the week after, an IWM. You can hold it and see it push all the way to the downside. So you can say, okay, PDL 29490 is my price target. Once it starts to come to 295, I have to take my profit because I'm closer. Because people are going to be seeing it down here. They might be waiting to send orders. So that's how you trade. Okay. So if you're in that trade, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. You might get pushed back up and then come down, but you can track it in the 5. Yep. In the 5 minutes. Yeah. Strong. This is a strong run candle, very strong. It's going to push down a bit. This is where the sellers are sitting. So you can see, even though 29490 is the previous day low, this band is where sellers tend to come and sit. They'll just start pushing the price back up from here. So I will set, if I'm in puts that's expiring in 1 week or so, I'll set my profit taking at 295 instead of exactly at 294. So as price is approaching, I'll just be in profit. Yeah. Buyers are trying to come in, but I think there are strong sellers there pushing price. Even in 2 minutes, this is a strong candle, still going down. So if you're in profit, take profit. Learn to take profit as you go, because that's going to build your confidence. You're going to know, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm getting used to it. Take your profits as you're going, okay? Right, let's see. Still in range here. See if we can bounce back up. Any further questions? Unbelievable. I knew they were going to try and come back to come and test previous day high. Whoever was sitting there pressing those refresh. It's annoying. Is anyone in any trade that they would like us to look at? I think market price wants to take previous day low. There you go. I know he wants to take previous day low. I think we should use previous day low as key level. I mean, it might want to, sorry, let me clean this better for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. No, from here. Sorry, I don't know why my chart is a bit noisy today. But yeah, I think they're trying to see if they can come on. So this is that bulk order that we were watching out for, those orders. I think it's the same on SPY as well. I think they're trying to see if they can get these orders filled here. Let me switch all this off. Yeah. And then switch dries. So it's tested the value area low. Inputs. So it's thicker. Yeah, so it's tested value area low. So we're now trading in this range, right? So you can see value area high, value area low. If we lose VAL, I think we fill here to the downside. If we reclaim here, I think we fill to the upside, right? So that's the range now we're looking at prices now trading in, right? So that range. So we might see price jump to the upside to test that area. Because I think the sell to the downside was very overwhelming here. Let's see. Sell to the downside because of all this refresher. So once these orders here were able to push price towards here, it unlocked this order and then pushed it to the downside. Here has captured it. These guys have caught it, trying to push it back up. But that 7,600 is the key level. So let's see if we reclaim. So at the end of the day, here is the key area. If these buyers here have enough buy orders to clear this order here, this red order, and I think we'll rally to the upside. But looking at what's happening, I think this red order here is not the full order on the book. I think people are hiding behind there. So anytime price come there, they sell live. They click like market price to sell. So they're just refreshing their sale order. That's why price couldn't break. You can see price was trying to break, it couldn't break. So how that managed to get this pushback. Now buyers are trying to load back to go up, but that's not happening. But I think we would, I mean, if you look at this, once we clear here, we should rally up. Why? Because for the most part, we have a lot of buy orders sitting here. So we just need to clear those tiny little hidden sellers that are hiding in those places. Then all of these buyers, their orders should be able to push price up. So that's what we're dealing with at the moment. So this is what's happening with price action. Okay. This area is previous day high. This line here, as you see, so it's previous day high, right? So previous day high, pre-market high area here. So we're waiting to see price to bounce back up so that these buy orders will pull it up. But I think sellers are sitting there and they're saying, look at all of this juice that are here that we might be able to collect. I think once we clear previous day close to the downside, it will fill all these orders to 750, right? But whether there's enough sellers to pull price down remains to be seen. So that's what we're watching for today. But it does look like there's some sellers coming in, but a lot of these buyers need to step up and get price back up to the upside. It's the same thing happening in in futures. So yeah, same thing happening. Just waiting for price to oscillate back to the upside. I think these sellers are just like people that are just sitting and refreshing their sales because we don't have a strong sell candle. There's not like huge. So if you look at IWM, you can clearly tell that they're selling off. Look at this huge red candles, right? See huge red candles. But if you look at SPY, you can't find them. They're all weakening, tons of wicks. That means someone's sitting down there and just refreshing the orders. There are buyers in the market. They're absorbing it. So every time you get a push, they absorb it back up. So let's see. If we clear this value area high area to the upside, I think we'll get a rally towards 755. For those of you that are still in that trade, please keep an eye out. Even if it's $1, just get it and exit the trade and then wait for a cleaner move, okay? I haven't even, I mean, I can share my screen. I'm only up $18. Like a tiny little trade that I took earlier in the day. That's all I have. I don't have any other. Let's see. That's my trade for the day. I haven't traded beyond this. It's $18. So I'm just waiting for market to give me clear direction. So patience is the key, but also I know that, you know, if it doesn't happen today, it's always Monday, right? So let's just keep waiting and see. But I want, for those of you that are in that call trade, I want you to look at the opportunity to take out your profit. So look, we're running now to the upside, okay? So please look at your trade. Once you're in green, or even break even, or even maybe $1 less, just exit the trade, okay? Just exit the trade, so that way we can wait for a cleaner move, okay? So even if it's a $1 or $2 loss, just exit the trade, because anything below $5 is or $10 is counted as break even in trading. In fact, depending on how big your account is, if you have $1,000 account, up to $10 is break even. If you have $10,000 accounts, up to $100 is break even. You don't count those. Okay, so even if you're $1 short or $2, just close the trade because we know we can make it back in the next trade as long as we're not losing $200, $300. Okay, so you can see there's a big green candle loading, like super strong candle. Hopefully that candle is layered up and then we can get a push to the upside. That candle is coming from this buyer here, this buy line here. It's pushed it up. These are smaller buys. So if these guys can count on that. All right, keep an eye on your trade, okay? Let's see if it's time to banish that guy, those orders, those sellers that are sitting there. How many of you are looking to trade futures today? If you're at work and you can't talk, that's fine. Just feel free to type. I'm going to read, okay?
I'm interested in trading futures today.
Okay. Have you taken any trade yet?
Yes, I bought a micro MES, but I came out like at $18 profits. So I just
18.
quickly jumped out. So yes.
Oh, so you and I are the same then. We're chilling on $18 today. At least we can buy a burrito or something. Right. I know I'm just waiting. I want that. So high of day clearance, or if I want to trade puts, then it needs to break below previous day high towards previous day close. Anything else is just range trading, and I'm not risking that amount of money. So just wait. So it's just range trading today, which is not our best way of trading. I'm just waiting to see.
Happy.
Right. But I like, so while we're waiting for the trade, I want to hear the questions because I know that people are in the, all right, I think Mo is on the call and chatting. Mo, unless you want to know what you're talking about, you can mute yourself.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
I'm saying unless you want us to know what you're talking about, you can mute yourself. I think you were talking. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, so I didn't see Dorcas. Sorry, I didn't see your message, Dorcas. So for 30% loss. Just okay. Right. I think so. Now, what we're watching for calls is above high of day. Okay, I mean, post it in the community so everyone can see and know what we're doing. Okay, because I don't want anyone getting caught in this choppiness. This is happening in part because today is Friday. Options contracts are expiring. So if you look at options, options. What does it like to show? Hold on. It's not showing. Anyway, options are expiring today because today is Friday. So we're waiting for those options. IWM gang, I hope you exited your profits, your trades. See, I was telling you guys before, I told you that IWM previous day low is 294, but 295 should be your profit taking. Why? Because buyers like to sit here, right? Which is a psychological level. And true to form, look at what happened. Once we touched there, boom, we went back up. So I hope you guys took your profits. Yes?
Yes, I did.
Good. Amazing. Well done. Don't want anyone getting caught. Okay. So for the rest of us that's waiting for SPY to do their thing. Okay, let's see if it's this guy. Yeah, tell me.
I actually have a question, but I don't know if you've answered it before, and if you have, I'm really sorry to take you back there.
We'll give it a shot. Yeah.
So, yes, outside of the 5 key levels that we were initially taught, I noticed that I think there was a day you talked about the key breakout level in the pre-market range, and
what has he tweeted about now? Let's check. This cannot be. Sorry, ask your question. Just give me a second. Let's just see.
Hey, Jehovah.
Let's see what he must have tweeted something. There's no way this is. Let's see.
Whoa.
What the hell?
This is crazy, man.
What has happened?
I was about to enter call.
Hold on. What has he tweeted? What has he tweeted? What has he tweeted? I'm just refreshing Twitter. Let's see.
Oh my God.
I'm just refreshing. Yeah, he's recovering, but that would have blown accounts. What has he tweeted? Okay, let's see. What the hell? Everyone, oh my God, everyone is just good heaven. Let's see. Well, sorry, Olivia. I think you're about to talk.
No, it's not Olivia. It was Cynthia.
Oh, Cynthia. Sorry. Good. good Lord. I mean, it will recover because that was just, it will recover. Look, it will recover. All right. See, it's jumped from minus 30 to 5. Blown accounts for sure. Look at that, it will recover because that was out of the blue. And I know that order below is okay. So he didn't tweet then. So this is mechanical then. Because I haven't seen any tweets. I'm sure people are going to be asking.
See any news?
No.
Oh dear.
Let's see, latest. It will come out now. People will start looking to find out what's going on. I think it's mechanical. I think it's somebody just dumping big orders because the way it recovers so fast. Yeah, everyone's saying what happened. Nothing is written. Market drop on this. Trump have agreed Iran talks, but the United States has stated to them in no uncertain terms the ceasefire is over. Oh, maybe that's why.
Should we be getting out?
It's trying to recover. Look. Because that was
Okay.
out of the blue. Look at that. Let's see.
Okay. Thank you.
That was crazy. Well, please, let's say exit. Let's say PDC should be your exit in that trade. How much is it?
Are you asking the SPY?
Yeah, for those in calls. Yeah, for those in calls. Yeah.
136.
136. Okay. Please, if we recover, that's what I was saying, even if it was $5 or whatever, just exit. So I didn't trust it. I think we need to exit because this is
Yeah, I was waiting for $10 loss so that I can get out.
Let's use a PDC as what the hell? That came from nowhere. This market, man. This market broke through low of day, literally. We have a brand new low of day. Let's just see. See, it's recovering. Look, we need to, that's what I'm saying. PDC is our key level. And let's say, we need to put this previous low of day. This low of day is now irrelevant. 752.75. What? And then previous low of day. Yeah, he tweeted. Of course he tweeted. Of course. The Islamic Republic of Iran has asked us to continue talks we have agreed to, but the United States has said to them, it knows. Why do people keep continue? Why did they continue? Why did they continue to even? That's why. I've just put it in the community, guys, so you can see. Let me post it in the chat here as well. I know, because that is only when he tweets. That happens only when he tweets. Because there's no way the market is moving like that, because there was no news today. Right? Iran has asked us to continue talks. We've agreed to do so, but the US has said to them in no saying that the ceasefire is over. That's why that dump happened. Him and his boys they're just eating, they're just cooking, because for sure they would have taken puts and then if nobody in this administration goes to jail in the next 10 years, it will be embarrassing for the US. Someone needs to go to jail in that country, in this government. I think market will go up and test. Market will go up and test it because market has touched this area. Sorry, has touched this area. So it's packed some of these buy orders here. So let's see if it's enough to push into these guys and just send us up. So we're going back up. Let's just clear this PDC area, PDC PDH area, enter back in range here. And I think maybe these guys can just cover their positions. Yeah. So for other people, just so you know, guys, a bunch of people got out of their trades, because they were so scared. Jumped out of their trades. Everyone got impacted. Everybody, Nvidia, Google, just pulled the whole market down for no reason. For no reason. All right. So we're now holding PDC as a key level now. Guys, I don't know if we need to close, because I think since we're here, I think it might activate some of the cells towards the side. So I think we should look at the trade and see if it's, let me just see, hold on. Under 15 minutes. It's a nasty candle. So these are candles you get from earnings. These are candles you get from earnings. I think PDC is now a key level. So let's see if what price does at PDC, because that's now where it is. I think let's just see what price does at key level. Just gonna check. Yeah, so point of control is now moved to 581. So I think price will want to come and test here. I think price at some point want to come and test here and then bounce. But if it tests here and then it unlocks more sell, then it will fill this order. So I think for guys that are sitting holding that order, maybe think and decide where your exit should be, because we missed all of this. This is where I was hoping we exited the trade. Let's just see. Yeah, let's just see. Buyers are just trying to cover their positions here. Oh, some nasty administration is just, this is why trading sometimes has just become really frustrating for many people, because there's no, this shouldn't have happened. The market was setting up to break. You can tell it's been setting up to break to the upside. Then this nonsense happens. He could have tweeted this thing tomorrow when the market is closed, right? It doesn't have to do that today. Let's see if we can recover a bit, guys. For those of you in the trade, that's what we're waiting for. IWM must have done some good numbers to the downside. So if you missed your trade to take out, IWM just came through the fleet. See, suddenly all of the sellers have come in to load their orders below this area, below previous day close, PDC, yes? Suddenly we have tons of orders sitting at PDC. Right? Everyone's now waiting to see what price does. But I think they're recovering. So if we could go to tests and clear that, then we can go back to normal trading. So if buyers can come in to cover their position, right? Because so what's happened here essentially is those people that sold puts, right? So you know when you're trading options, when you buy puts, somebody is selling it to you because they're thinking price will go up. So what's happened is this has put you in has put the market in your favor because this happened. So they will be forced to cover their position by buying SPY shares to raise the price up. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense for you guys. Do you guys understand? Because this was unexpected, right? They would need to cover them. So this is what we're seeing here now is position covering. So those people that were selling puts, they have to cover their position because they would have been selling puts thinking, well, the market is going up, so I'm not going to lose today because I sold you puts, which means I'm thinking the price is going to go up, so I'm going to keep your money. This has happened, which is offloaded a few of the put positions. So they need to buy shares to cover their position now, which is why you're seeing the market trying to recover to the upside. So hopefully we get that. And if we get here, so you can activate the original accelerators that was in place initially at the start of the trading day. Any questions?
Okay, yeah, I didn't get to finish that question.
Sure, go on.
Okay. So I was saying that outside of the 5 key levels we were initially taught, so I noticed that you do mark what you termed the key breakout level in the pre-market area. So I learned to use my fixed range volume profile to market. Yeah. So while I was, getting used to that and all, I noticed that when I mark my fixed range volume profile, yours changed. And while I was trying to get used to yours changing, I think recently, 2 days ago or something, it's changed again from a line, like I'm talking about yours. Yours changed from a line to a range. So I didn't understand how that went from just one line to now a range. So I was trying to see if you could explain that. I've looked at the pre-market so many times trying to see if I could understand what informs that range that you typically mark outside of the pre-market high, low, and all of that.
Yeah.
But I still can't place my finger on it. Could you expand on that?
Of course. So we already have the key level. So first of all, the market is not fixed in a particular way. Okay, market always changes, right? Market always changes.
Okay.
Market is not fixed in the way you wake up today. Instead, what those key levels give us is areas where we think that price could react to, right? Price could react to. So for example, as you can see, all day we've been waiting, all morning rather, we've been waiting for price to clear this key level, this area, which is high of day. You can see price came up, boom, couldn't come down, go up, come down. You couldn't clear that, right? So these are what key levels do for us. However, through the day, whether before pre-market or during range, the market takes certain shapes or certain structures that could be of interest, right? It could be of interest to us that we can think about. So for example, let's look at one. Okay, let's say, I don't know, Apple. Okay, so we look at Apple, right? And we can see clearly, right? Say, let's just say, here's high of day. Where's that coming from? Is this one? Yeah. High of day and low of day is here. So pre-market high is there, pre-market low is here for Apple, right? Those are the two areas.
Okay.
But what I could notice is that actually just before market opened, it looks like price was doing something around this area, right? So, yes, we have pre-market high and pre-market low here, but I noticed that price was here, it was up, 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 then it broke. And it tried to come in here, it couldn't, then it came back down, and then it went up, right? And then it's in this place, a bit choppy, try to break up and come down. I can see that area seems like an area where price is just being in range, right? So I can mark here and say, okay, even though pre-market high is the key level I'm trading with, if this area could also be interesting. Why? Because during all of this choppiness, I can see that price has been unable to break that area. So you can find ranges within the price action, what market price is doing. Okay. So yes, key levels are important, but also you have to pay attention to what's happening in range, right? So for example, for instance, if you were looking to, let me find something else. Let's say, I don't know, Google. Yeah, so you can see Google. This would be previous day high for Google. Here would be previous day high, right? Previous day low would be here, this bottom side, right? Previous day close would be here. And then I come and I see pre-market, I say pre-market high, pre-market low, right? I could say to myself, okay, the gap between previous day close and pre-market low is quite high, but I can see that there's an opportunity that could come out here because maybe price was ranging. You can find a place where price is ranging and say, okay, I'm not going to trade here because it's too choppy here. So even though if price breaks here towards pre-market, then I can take a quick call here towards pre-market. I guess what I'm trying to say to you is, yes, the key levels are the fundamental levels because they provide shape, but through the day, which is called intraday, you could find opportunities, within intraday that you might want to trade, right? You could find opportunities. So for example, if I go back to, there's too much lines in SPY. Let me delete these lines. I don't need them. Okay. So like for instance, now look at this place that prices was just choppy. We don't need to trade here because why? Because obviously we can see that price was trying to break high of there and it couldn't. So there's no point trading there, right? So but I know that this was the previous high of day. Here has become a range. So I could say calls above high of day, puts below, 652.87 towards pre-market high. I don't have to wait for price to wholly come here to clear here. I can take an opportunity here, small, quick scalp trade. So within, again, just to expand, within the day, price might take the market structure might take a shape for where you could potentially see opportunity to trade, and you can mark those ranges or those areas. That's what I mean. Does that help yet?
Yes. So from what you said, what I gathered was outside of the pre-market high and low, which is the fundamental, we could also watch out for where market reacted the most. It could be a level or a range, but we should be on the watch out for that.
Exactly. That's what it is, right? So you might be able to get those because those could happen every now and then. So within those ranges, we might find opportunities, right? That we might be able to capitalize on. That's it. It's nothing too huge. So I think it's a good question, but that's why I always share, I think recently I've been sharing more of the intraday opportunities that I noticed. Yesterday, I think the other day I shared a puts opportunity. Yesterday, I think the day before I shared a puts opportunity. Yesterday, I shared a puts opportunity. So I think ultimately, you can find those instances where you are able to capitalize in the market. But the key levels are core. For example, you can clearly see here that price has tried to break pre-market high, but you can't. It's just come back. Now, if you didn't have any of these on, how do you know why price is reacting here? You have no idea. But with your key level zone, you know, okay, these areas are areas where, I mean, look at what price is doing here. It bounced here, broke. So you won't trade these three areas, this range now. Personally, I won't trade it. I'll say to myself, well, look, this range, no need to take any trade at all. If I want to take a trade, I could take a trade that price breaks to the upside or price breaks to the downside, but only outside this range. But this range has been formed based on how prices reacted today. If price opened and broke cleanly, then this range wouldn't matter. But because prices have formed all of this, go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down. I mean, price is going up. You can see overall we're heading to the upside, right? But in that range, it's just been choppy. So it's created a range here that I'm not going to trade. So range is a market structure that could form intraday through the day. Okay? And then you can use it as an opportunity to trade. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Any other question? So now we're coming back. So I think now this guy's want to fill this area. It's insane. I cannot believe this guy has done this today in the markets. Just absolutely insane. Let's view the market from here. It's cleaner. So I think there's a puts opportunity below PDC towards here. This is going to be a first price target there. Yeah, everyone's now nervous in the market. So we need that. If you want to trade puts, we need price to break. We need a new clean red candle to come out there. I think there are more sellers coming into the market now. It's crazy. Let's see. It looks like 5 minutes. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, this dude just went crazy with his tweets. It's unbelievable. No, you know, puts 58125, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be the stop. That's the price target. So if you're trading futures, there's your price target, 5821. So that's the next. So that's where buyers are. There's some buy orders sitting here. So if this falls, if you catch it, unless it slices through, then we go to the downside. Unbelievable.
Anyone for IWM?
Let's see. I think, yeah, we just need to watch. So this is now our new low of day, right? So here's our new low of day. Let's just see what volume is doing here. Yeah. So maybe a cleaner break here, then we can fill this gap. Right? Can fill this gap. There you go. We've touched that price action. So if you're in futures, please take your profit, okay?
What number is IWM, please?
What do you mean? What number?
What price, sorry, for put?
Below PDL.
PDL. Oh,
Yeah. It's on the screen. It's on the screen. Below PDL. All right. We've touched, yeah. So there's some buyers sitting down here to catch the market, this falling wedge. I don't know if it's strong enough though, because if we break that area, then all of those buy orders that we were looking at, they're sitting there. Look at them. Hold on, let me load them again. See? They're all sitting there. So if we clear this, no, that's not right. It's here. If we clear this, this guy. These are the guys that are trying to hold the market. This guy, see? Once price touched that area, we had a bounce to the upside. But is it strong enough to push it back? I don't think so, because this is very enticing. This order here, this order, this swing, this order of these buyers. I think sellers want to try to sell into this order. So let's see if they can. Yeah. So this, I was saying to you, which is here, this one, price has touched it, got a bounce. And there's still sellers coming in. If we break here to the downside, then I think we potentially feel these orders here. See all these orders, buy orders. As I say. So what was supposed to be a green day in the market is flipped. Where's GEX sitting, by the way? Let's see where GEX is sitting. GEX flip. Oh, literally on the bottom here, 75.50. That's where gamma is sitting. So gamma flip is here. If price touches here, we're going back up. So it looks like you're going to try and pull. So if you want to trade proper, you can take puts. Let's see, hold on the 4 hours. Like this. Let's do 30 minutes. Yeah. So this is going to be a gap fill. This gap is going to be filled. This gap is going to be filled. Okay. So you can take puts to the downside, but weekly puts, not like daily. Please don't try that. Like weekly or monthly, see if you get a push to the downside to fill this. Because they're just sitting there waiting. Even though there's a huge buy order sitting here that keeps pushing price back up. So this is doing the same thing that that one was doing here before, that guy there, right? So this is doing the same thing. Price come, boom, it hits here, it goes up, it hits here. We need it to break to fill here. So what I would do, I would say, if you want, and the same, I mean, you can see it easily with, you can see that guy here, this guy, hits, goes up, hits, go up. If we can clear this, then price will come here, hits here, retest come. If it hits this GX flips, it's going to fill here down. So we're looking at price action in real time, see what price is doing. Let me show you guys clearly here. So we can see both of the orders. See? These guys, now anytime price comes down, this order here is filling into the upside. It's trying to make sure that it keeps it green. Get it back up. Look. So price keeps bouncing here. So you need to say, if we're able to break here, then I think we'll fill this order. But we need to have a lot of buyers, because I don't think buyers were looking to come into the market today. I think that line that was sitting down here would have been clear, because look, when we test it, it comes down, it doesn't break, it pushes it back up. I thought we would have broken it by now during lunchtime and rallied to the upside until this crazy guy tweeted this tweet. Now we're having to deal with this. So buyers are trying to defend at this level, at this 581 area, but I think sellers are just pushing the orders to the downside. So that's a really interesting price action that we're seeing at the moment going on. Yeah, it's broken. So it's filling those orders. See? Yeah. So if it feels it, if there's enough sellers to break through, then it will fill this. Otherwise, it will bounce here and go back up. So this is how we look at we're reading the market. So this is live price action. You can see what is happening, who's doing what and what's doing what, and then you can take a position based on how that works, right? But usually it's a good idea to take a position that gives you a lot of space for that plan to work out. Because if it's too close, this up and down that's happening here is going to be tearing, it's going to be eating through your contract. That's why I don't like you guys trading 0 DTE. You trade 1 week, because if we're saying puts below PDC, look at what happened. It broke and then push, and you can see all of the long candle, they just pushing to get here. So you would have got in here, but by giving it a long time, it allows it to play out. If it was 0 DTE, all of this pullback will be eaten into your tether. Okay, so we need to try to stay away from thingy. And let me just do a quick glance on IWM as before we, yeah. So Yinka, we are already in puts territory now, as you can see, is broken below PDC. There are some sellers, there's some buy orders, so he wants to look to fill this out all the way to low of day, okay? But if you're going to set, this has to be your profit level, 293.93, okay? Not low of day, because this area price could potentially flip to the upside.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay? For those of you that want to trade puts or downside move, we need price to clear this area. We want to see price clear this area here. Good, because these buyers that are sitting here, they are catching everything. Anytime it falls, they're catching. Every time it falls, so you need them to be all this order to disappear, and then these will be the next orders they want to fill. So as you can see, look clearly, easily. Look, when it gets there, boom, it bounces up. See, so that is why I always say price action, market structure, and price action. So you can see the market structure. Obviously, we were going up, come down, now we're down. We need price to clear here. Anything that we want to do for puts here needs to be cleared. Otherwise, wait for price to go back up to clear this place so we can try to get out of this range. What are they? See, those buyers sitting down there have pushed us up. So we know what's happening in the market. We're not getting caught, like, oh, let me enter calls, let me enter puts. We understand what's happening by looking at price action and looking at these key levels, see what is happening. We need to learn and understand. So as you can see, market is structural, right? We're not getting caught up in too many emotions. The only downside we have so far today are the opportunities that we took before we had that full break on HOD. But other than that, we're not getting caught in all this nonsense that market is trying to do based on, this US president's insanity. And we're not rushing into a trade as well for puts. If we did get puts, then we knew where to take our profit. We'll say, below PDC, we were watching for 5821, which was the same area on SPY here, this area. Anyway, we've gone back to test previous day close. What time is it now? We're coming into lunchtime. Okay, 11 o'clock. So 1 hour before lunchtime. So let's see what market does before we go for lunch. So all we're doing is waiting for that price to break through our key levels. And then once it does, then we can certainly rush in to see what the opportunities look like, okay? No one should just wait. Let's just see if we clear that area. That PDC, PDH area is just super choppy, so nothing to get within that range, okay? Let's just keep waiting and see what it looks like. Most people don't understand how much time it takes in trading to be patient, to wait for your setup to happen. You gotta wait for setups. All of this is happening. You might be getting the urge to jump into the trade, but typically, because that was the structure we had, we just need to wait. Normally, what people would do is they'll say, okay, here's the key level. Forget a bounce here, take calls, right? Which is happening, but that was not in our mind. So we don't need to rush into the trade because that was not what we were looking to trade. What we're looking to trade is for price to clear this area for us. Then we can think about which ideal structure is in place for us to take. See, it's now pulling back for a retest. IWM guys, we're getting that retest on IWM. It's about to rally back to the upside. Retest. Tons of sellers sitting down here. Right. If you look on the higher time frame, still very much red. So IWM is still in the sell territory for the higher time frame. Let's just see if you see a retest, it's 2 more minutes before the next green candle. Let's see if it loads it, if the candle loads below previous day low in the next 2 minutes. If that green candle comes in, and I think that green candle takes you guys all the way here, if the green candle opens there. Our green candle on futures, which is on SPY, is above PDC. Above PDC. We're just waiting for it to clear this area. Any questions?
Not a question, but
Well,
more like not a question, but just like a cheap fade. Man, Trump is such a wild card.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we better start getting used to it because he'll be here till 2029.
He didn't need to do that. Okay? He didn't need to do that. I mean, you can if Iran is saying they don't, you don't need to tweet that. That makes no sense. Even if you wanted to do and you don't want it to affect the market, you can tweet on Saturday. That's not a breaking news. That's not breaking news. That's like normal conversations. And I will probably say Iran probably didn't say that. Probably Iran never said anything like that. But he does this because he wants to manipulate the market to make money. So maybe all of those folks are taking positions, tweets, hits enter, accelerated downside. And look at the jump back to the upside because that's not even mechanical or structural. That is a news-driven move, right? And now we're in the second lower range of that initial pull to the downside. I think market will recover. I think we'll go back up. It's happening anyway. It will go back up because the structure today was not looking at downside move. the structure was set up for an upside breakout. So that pull to the downside is going to force people to cover their positions, which should get price overall back to the upside. But it didn't have to happen today. That's insane. It's insane. That's insane. To do that, it's just unconscionable. The trend is bullish today. The trend is absolutely bullish. Yeah, I want to see if I clear that area because that area looks super choppy. See, slowly, and the candles are not that huge, so we just need to clear there and back up to the upside. If only we have someone that knows what he's doing in the White House. There you go. Got to pull up to the upside. Yinka, are you still in that trade?
Yes.
Okay, please, once you're in green, just I think we'll get a breakout. There we go. Because that ridiculous tweet need not happen. Market was looking for a breakout. I'm glad
Thank you.
we're claiming it back. There we go. Please, once you interrupt me, just take your trade. Please just take your trade. Just take a profit and then get it clean. We can get a cleaner entry. Unbelievable. And I'm sure most people have closed their trades because of this mess. I think Mia was in a call and it got pulled back. She must be biting herself now for that. All right, let's just see. Again, our call, I think it's still valid though. Our call trades, let's just get a clearance. Maybe I should move it to the proper calls. What is that? What are we doing? What's calls? 3, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yep. Calls here, what's the 7, 5? There we are. Let's clear that noise from there. See? Suddenly all of those clowns that were holding it have disappeared because that push the downside has filled their orders. They're all gone now. See? That big red line that used to be there, it's still there a little bit. Can you guys see? Here. Let me switch this up. Can you see? So not kind of there. Yeah? But I don't think it was that big as before, right? Yeah, that's it. They're just pushing the price down. But I think buyers will clear this before we go for lunch. Please, 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 please clear. Let's go. Unbelievable. Just waiting for that market to clear. I think we will clear by lunchtime. So what's 22? Just want one big candle to come take it off.
If this was a winning trade, I'm not sure I would have had the confidence to hold out for this long.
Yes, right? You would have been like, oh, please, I just want this to close.
Take my profits and go, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's always like that. But one of the ways to help you there is to know where you want to take profit. So where's your profit taking position, right? Um, that tends to help.
I don't make use of take profit targets. Rather, I use exit criteria.
No, that's also yeah. I mean, again, like as we usually talk about, all of these things have, and look at that. All of these things have levels. Clear that thing, please. Let's go. Clear all that dust. That's that line. So exit criteria is in place, right? When you see bullish, some look at exit criteria as candles. Okay, this is forming, time to get out. This is doing this, time to get out, right? But
Yes.
key levels tend to help as well, because then you can walk away, set key levels, you can put stop loss as well. So if it hits here, close it. If it hits here, sell it off as a loss. So that's anyway, like I said, so we've recovered from that. I don't know who else. I don't know anyway, I don't want to blame Americans because most of them were deceived. We recovered from the crazy man's White House nonsense. We're back in range. So if we can clear that now, I think most of you are going to be in profit, so you can take a profit because that'll be better. What a day. Mhm. Mm. There you go. 5 days in view. There you go. All right, people. There you go. There you go. All right, Yinka, what's your trade saying?
Mine is saying 18, minus 18 actually.
Okay, so what has happened is Tether is eating it because obviously I don't know how long it's taking for us to get back here. Right, so from 10:32 to 11:30, so an hour. So it's eating into Tether is eating into the profit a bit. So please, once we clear that, just take your profit. Once you're in profit, just take it. Don't need to hold it. This is a crazy trade, though. To get a mind, to anyone that's held this from there to there must have like mind of steel, because that's just wild. Yeah.
Charles.
Well, there's upside move here. I think we're breaking out.
Hey, Charles, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Are we going to take any calls on SPY today?
We already have that level, yes, set up. We're looking at calls for a break above high of day. That's been our target. We've just been waiting for that.
Okay.
It's in the charts, it's there. SPY calls is above high of day. So we're just waiting for high of day to clear. We want a strong green candle to open above high of day for us to get into the trade. That's what we're waiting for today. I mean, guys, so this was the high of day. You can see the candle. That candle is the high of day. We're about to break it. So we need a green candle, right? We need a strong green candle to open above to say to us, right, that the trade is valid, right? Same thing on SPY, right? So you can do the same thing on SPY. We need that green candle to come through there to clear that high of day. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. So you can see we've got to push, we've got to pull back. We've got to push because this line, there are some sellers that are sitting around here. But once we break here, we're good to go, in my view. Let me see something. Yeah. Yeah, it's just that guy, these orders. But they are stronger green candles. So we're waiting for calls is above. So we need calls above here. We can take it. This is our key level we're targeting. There we go. We need to break above that, and then we can ride it to the upside. Because I think there are tons of people looking to get into this. The market was set up for sale today. This is an anomaly. Even though it appeared across the board, it didn't even appear on the 4-hour. It did pull to the downside. On the 1 hour, it did. Let's clear that. Once we clear that area, then we have free headroom to the upside. Because that's where most, yeah. And then this is the next order here. This guys, buyers and sellers are seeing here. They're waiting for price to pull to the upside. We've recovered all of this. All of this nonsense has been recovered. So all our patience today is just, I think again, this is what we do. Patience in trading is also a skill you need. Patience, sitting down and watching, following your plan. This is how I want you guys to trade. Say your levels. You can see your levels on your phone. Then so that once price starts to hit high of day, you get notification, and then you come and you go, okay, I'm waiting for a green candle to open above. We haven't gotten a green candle yet, right? You can see it's trying to get out, but it's weakening. We need a candle to open above that line here. We need a candle, clean candle, green candle, something like this size, green, above here, open above. Once he opens above this line, right? If it's moving fast, then we know, okay, we're going to catch it. If it opens slowly, we're ready to retest before it continues, right? That's how it is. So you get that, it will break, and then you come down to retest. If you come here, wherever, you just retest and then continues. And then we can get it. This is our profit target, 755, I think, in my view. If we clear 755, next week we're holding through because we need to go back to all-time high. See? Those sellers there are pulling price down. So that's the retest. It's gone down, it's pushing back, can you see? There you go. Let's see where it stopped. Okay. 13 EMA is touching there. Boom. If it breaks there, it will come down to pre-market high. Oh. Did you take your profits, Yinka? Did you manage to close near break even at least?
It wasn't a profit. Well, I didn't.
I closed at a loss though.
Yeah, I
How
closed at $20, but because
That's
I
fine.
did 5 minutes breakup before with
Yeah.
a profit of $20, so I was waiting for that $20. So nothing lost today.
Okay, good. So break even finally.
Yeah.
I closed at $8 loss.
80?
$8.
Okay, that's fine. Those are break even. Those are break even numbers. We'll get it. One trade will make it now. This is the trade we're waiting for. You can tell, like buyers are refusing to leave. They are here. They are here. Look at that. They're catching. Once it falls, this guy put this guys. We need this to clear here. If he clears it, this magnet pushes us up. Mm. Mm. Mhm. Okay. I'm just waiting. All right, 10:30, half an hour before lunch. Okay. I don't know if Tony's on the call. Let's keep seeing what they're doing. I love everyone's patience today. Thank you for developing this new skill set. So you have to remember this all the time. You have to remember it all the time and say, how did I get through? How did I get through when I was doing that? What did we talk about? How did I trade? Because it's the only way. It's the only way. You need the skill sets, right? So you can see price keep bouncing at high of day. We need high of day to clear. Otherwise, we're not getting any trade. There's Monday. If we don't get it today, we'll be getting it on Monday. There's always an opportunity to trade. We have 1 month to pass our trading, our prop firm challenge is 30 days they give you. So we'll see when we get there. Yeah. Mm. So they've stepped back in. They've refused to let us break. They've come back in. That's a POC, no? Here it is. Again, we're back inside that range. Mm. Mm. It's bouncing on our key level, 6,700. So let's see if this momentum clears this distribution. So these are the guys. This distribution is the guys that's pulling price down. So this order, this area needs to be cleared. Once we clear this distribution order, we're good to go. So we're heading back up to try and test after this push to the downside. Let's see. Strong. Well, that's a big one to test BDC. I think we're out of that trade, so we don't need to worry. So let's see then. Prices refuse to break there. So let's see if there's another structure for us that we can leverage on. Again, this one, I don't like, I'm not enjoying here, even though it's just been a range trading. I'm not enjoying this trade where we're bouncing in this area, this pre-market high area, previous day high. I don't know. I think we might flush it, but good. Oh, look at that. We have that downside move that we've been waiting for. Well, let's make sure it's clean. Let me clear that place. Hmm. Yeah, price is coming to VWAP here. VWAP is sitting just above previous day close. If we break previous day close, we'll come here and test here again. If we break here, then we're going down. This is the area I think is super key, this area. Yeah, back in red territory. All right, guys, as we're coming into lunchtime, which is in 15 minutes, we know what we're looking at for. We know what we're focused are. If we want to take puts, we want to see price clear. I would like to see price clear this area for puts. I know it's been jumping up and down, that's fine, but we don't need to take every trade. I think here is too choppy. It looks clean, I don't like it. If we clear previous day close, clear this area, come down to 750. I think we get a chance to fill these orders to the downside. If it doesn't happen, it might bounce up. So just keep watching what price is doing. I think everyone knows what to look at for now and see what price is doing. All right, keep an eye on the market. I mean, yes, this was a clean move, but I did trust the fact that because we're trading in this range. So I'd like to see a cleaner range so that way I don't get caught in those pullbacks around those jointed key levels. There's a key support here. If it breaks it, it goes down. That key support is here actually, is in this area. So just this same area. So if it clears there, then we see this thing get filled because buyers are sitting all the way down. That's where low of day is. See. 748.10, right? So yeah. So low of day is literally there, sitting there. So any clearance gives you and chase it, but who knows? I mean, we would have gotten our break above to the upside if it wasn't for this swirl. So that's what the market says. Mhm. Mhm. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump. We're coming up to lunchtime. I hope we've been able to grab some lessons today in today's trade sessions. You know what you're chatting when we're offline. Keep an eye on those key levels for SPY, 750.65 to the downside, and obviously above high of day for to the upside. If that happens, then of course we can take those. But anyway, it's been great catching up. Leave any questions you have in the community. I'll obviously answer. Well, thanks a lot for hanging out, and let's speak soon, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.